Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Whimsy. I'm your host, Ben, and I have, say your name,
Sophia.
And
Megan.
How you guys doing?
Good.
All right, Sophie, what do we do today?
What'd you do today, bud?
Go to grandma's and then ate there and played in the backyard together and climbed on the blocks and go in that I don't know. I go into the backyard and go into sand.
Into the sand?
Yeah, I went into the sand.
Oh, at Grandma's? In her little flower pot?
Then, we went home and then we got to the radio.
What did you drive in today? My new car?
I saw his new car.
Oh, I haven't even seen it yet.
But you haven't seen it?
Yeah, sure. You can show me afterwards, bud.
What does it have on the top, on the roof?
Opening. And he got the button to open that.
Whoa.
I got a sunroof?
There's a sunroof in his car.
Cool.
Did you stick your head out of it?
Is it a rain roof?
Yeah.
While we were driving?
It's a sunroof. Yeah, while we were driving.
Like, I don't know. Is it one of those things where I need to make a disclosure that says I was not driving?
Yeah, and I've been driving.
Yeah. What else did we do? We try to look at the stars?
Yeah, but there was no stars. There was only clouds.
Yeah.
Storm clouds.
Yeah.
What happens with storm clouds, bud?
They make rain.
They make rain.
Did you make, you were playing some music outside on the guitar? What songs were you singing about?
Maria and the rain.
Berea and the Rain?
Yeah, even alone out her family that left her.
Oh.
And her came to see me.
He came to see you?
Yeah, and he stayed with me.
This is Disney's fault.
Yeah. So Berea stays with you now? You're her family now?
Yeah.
And she's zoning out. She's watching a movie. Are you done talking, Sophie?
No.
Okay.
I just stayed.
Do you know what we're doing next week?
We're going with Daddy next week, Bubba.
The hotel.
We're going to a hotel.
Whoa.
When it's nighttime and wear my pajamas.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to wear our pajamas.
Yeah, and bring a card, maybe.
Maybe. Is this the same place we went last year?
I don't know.
No, it's just
Different hotel, same event.
hotel, different.
Are you
Same
excited
town.
for it?
It's a big one.
Are you excited, bud?
Yeah.
There we go.
No, it's not plugged in. We're going to see, I think they have a swimming pool. Are you going to go swimming with me?
I think I'll need my baby suit.
Yeah, we're bringing it, baby.
Even my iPad
Yeah.
to watch a movie.
Are you excited for next weekend, though?
Yeah. I'm excited for tomorrow, too.
Ooh, what's happening tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're going on our adventure.
Not tomorrow.
We're going to school, babes.
Tomorrow we're going to
Next
school.
week we're going on an adventure, yeah?
Yeah, next weekend. In this time next week, in 7 days, we will be done with our adventure. Are you excited?
No, I'm excited to stay there for a while.
We're going to stay there for a while, Friday, Saturday, and half a Sunday. It's going to be pretty cool, huh? You going to record with us while we're at the convention?
Yeah, and I will do podcast there maybe.
You going to podcast there, maybe?
Yeah, shoot.
You going to podcast with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
It's going to be a blast. We're going to talk about all the cool things that you saw, the crow party,
Yeah.
All the art, all the costumes.
Yeah. I'm going to wear my costume maybe there.
You want to bring your wings, puppy?
Oh, yeah. To be a butterfly.
Because it's a sci-fi con, so fantasy sci-fi. So you can wear your wings. You can bring your wand.
Ooh. Even Elsa one?
You can bring your Elsa wand.
How about your fairy wand? You got it at the last con that we went to, right?
Wonder if they're going to be there again. I didn't see them on the vendor list.
Oh, we want a refund from
Alrighty,
Yeah,
we'll have so fun.
yeah.
We on that side. And you on this side.
Does it bother you that the camera is
Is flipped.
flipped?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird. You just see me when I
You think
live
they were
stream.
really on that side?
No, we are on this side still.
Oh yeah,
And-
the camera's wrong. You're right.
Yeah, it's a for day. It's on way.
It's backwards.
Does it show up as it shows on the screen, right? Right side, right? I'm not.
Oh, like on mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on.
Yeah, okay. I'm on.
I love that.
I don't even need Megan here.
That's right.
But I love you, Dad.
I know. I love you too.
Let me go.
Let you go.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because I don't want you cable.
Okay.
What was your favorite thing about today?
From in the backyard?
Running around in the backyard?
No. In the grandma's.
At grandma's house, running around her backyard?
Yeah, but one's car's dog was barking at me.
The dogs were barking at you.
Yeah, just one though.
Just the one, the old lady dog.
Yeah, it was barking at me. Even when I was doing the thing that you and me were doing.
I know.
Walking on balance being things.
Yeah.
And I did it all by myself out you. Even when you weren't there.
What?
Even when you were talking to Grandma.
You were balancing. You were walk balancing the beam the whole time.
Yeah, I was doing what you do.
She's doing it right now, everybody. She's balancing.
Good job.
I take deep breaths.
That's the best 8 minutes of any podcast that we've ever had.
Good job, Mama.
Well, thank you, Sophie.
Climax of Elemental.
Yes. Oh, she's coming back.
I'm just saying.
Okay, Sophie. I'm going to chat with your aunt for a second, too.
Yeah, puppy, come sit with me.
I was
Come in, Emily.
Hi, my love.
All right. So next weekend, we are going to be at TusCon 51.
TusCon51.
2 for us.
That's correct. The con that started it all for Ben.
Did you watch any of the videos from ChronicCon?
Like your guys'
Yeah.
videos? Yeah, some of them. Some of them with Kelly.
I don't know if they're going to let us run around like I did at ChronicCon, but I think we're going to get some video. I don't know what we're going to do with any of it.
Did they ever say if we were allowed to ask questions from the floor? Or
Maybe. They haven't replied back yet.
I mean, they kind of let us like do it out of nowhere
Yeah.
last year, so they were really cool about it. So maybe if we ask, we'll get there.
So on the rules, no live performances. Some of the panels no, and the art show we can't video, which is totally fine. Which
Yeah, I think that makes sense because you don't want to,
right.
steal art, steal people's like money, I
Right.
guess.
So in theory, that opens it up for the rest of everything else.
Yes. I mean, I don't think they mind if you take videos in a personal aspect, but
Yeah.
professionally for the podcast.
Yeah. So they did inquire. So I did send them an email. It went to the spam folder. So I found it and then I replied back and we communicated a little bit. And they're like, well, what is it that you want to do? And I was like, whatever you guys are comfortable with. I'm like, Megan and I will sit at a table for a couple of hours twice a day. We would just do like, we could live stream or we could just record from the floor. We would pull vendors over, different artists. We can even talk to some of the guests walking by. I gave him a list of like 12 things, kind of just breaking down everything that we did at Chronicon, and said, whatever you're comfortable with, you check the boxes, and that's what we'll stick with.
Right.
And so they have not gotten back to me. We're less than a week away.
Do you want to send a follow-up email? Like,
yes.
Hey, just a general reminder, we are packing our very specialized equipment.
That is...
we just want to know what we're bringing. So if you could just let us know. I understand that you guys are very busy.
That is the exact email.
Emails, right?
That is the exact email I was going to send was, what should I bring? So if we get a reply, great. If not, we'll talk to them because they were very nice last time we were there.
No, they were exceedingly nice. They were so sweet to us and to Sophie. They love Sophie.
So I don't know what the layout looks like, but I'm pretty sure that worst case, I can find a spot for us to set up and we would re-record a little bit. But we're still working out the final details of when we were actually going to get there, because there was some things that you wanted to make sure that you went and saw. So what are some of the things you're excited about seeing this weekend, next weekend?
So I noticed a lot more horror-centric and like almost kind of like writing-centric stuff this year compared to last year. And that's right up my alley. So I kind of wanted to get to those, especially the one that's about like horror, Christmas horror. One of my favorite genres.
Is there a lot of Christmas
Silent
horror?
Night,
Oh yeah.
No, so I can't remember the name of the panel. Hold on.
So one of the first events I don't think we're going to make is, we might be able to make the last end of it. There's a fountain ballroom where it's a meet and greet with a lot of the artists and the special guests. So I think they're going to be all hanging out and would be able to mingle. And that'd be kind of a good place for us to start meeting artists, vendors, and guests to be like, hey, would you guys want to come on to a podcast on Saturday? So that's happening Friday night. Did you find it?
Oh yeah, it was about Silent Night.
Okay.
But there's a lot of horror movies that are based on Christmas, especially Krampus themed ones. There's also like Black Christmas, Violent Night. They're mostly very punny. There's the Grinch one.
Okay, yeah.
That came out when Grinch went into, what is that called? Public domain? Public domain.
Yes. Oh, okay. Did you watch any of the public domain horror movies that came out this year? Winnie the Pooh?
I did not watch the Winnie the Pooh one, and I didn't watch the other one.
There was a Mickey Mouse one.
The Mickey Mouse one I did not watch.
It was Mousetrap. It wasn't even the Winnie the Pooh one plays off the Winnie the Pooh lore. Like there's a Christopher Robin, there's all the characters. The Mickey Mouse one was a little bit like, it was a known name. They just happened to have a Mickey Mouse. Like it could have been anybody. So it wasn't really like Disney or Mickey Mouse centric, but it wasn't.
They were being very careful on what they were showing.
Right. Cause you don't want to upset the mouse. You don't want Disney coming after you. Oh my gosh. It was kind of adorable. You should watch the first like 8 minutes of it because they have a scroll, like a Star Wars scroll going up, and they're talking about Mickey Mouse and Disney, how they're not affiliated. And then they're like, oh, by the way, this is just a generic general scroll. It was super self-aware of what it was, but didn't play out in the movie though. All right. What else are we looking for? There's a couple of late night panels, which is interesting because they didn't have a lot of that last year.
Okay, so last year they had a screening of like certain movies,
right?
At like I think it was like 10 to midnight or something like that. But this time they're having like a burlesque show,
nerdy burlesque.
Yeah,
nerdy, sexy burlesque show. Get ready for a sizzling night of fun at the Nerdy Sexy Show on Saturday, 11 p.m. Let's see, where featuring the sensational talents of some people. But yes, they're going to be dipping into weird, sexy nerd stuff, which is exciting.
Yeah, I think it's really fun and unique. There's also some weird belly dancing.
There's belly
It's
dancing.
midday, but sounds interesting.
The Heather Dale and Ben Chest Chips Saturday at 9. For whatever reason, I want to say there's some kind of award-winning musician and or belly dancer, but that one seems. I like it because there's there's more of a nightlife than this one.
Yeah, and that opens up to like us branching out after the baby goes to bed, because a lot of the con is just making sure that she's not extremely bored.
Right. Yeah, because if we're there for 2.5 days, like there's only so many times she can look at art and all the crafts.
I don't know, because she was really going back and forth from that little fairy section last time.
There's a couple of people from last year will be here this year. Have you looked at any of the artists?
Artists, no.
Or authors?
But I've seen some of the authors.
There's a couple of people that I was intrigued by. Like Egyptian mythology, like erotica. And I didn't know exactly where it was going, but I'm like, all right, this is fantasy, I guess.
Put me down.
I read the first, they gave me a snippet of the first page, and no hold, didn't even hold back. In the first 2 paragraphs, it was just erotica. I'm like, all right,
straight into it.
I'm like, this is what I guess the genre is.
A lot of cosplay centered stuff on there.
Yes.
Cosplay. Oh my God, Ben, help me.
Okay.
There's one that's cosplaying at 30. I was like, why did you say that in the manner you would say after 60?
Right?
Yeah. How does it change after 30? I guess I'm already old.
That is kind of weird because is that a subtle body shaming? Your body's not the same at 30, or your sensibilities and your.
Well, maybe you just don't fit, I guess, the ideal of certain characters.
Right?
But I always thought that cosplaying was not about necessarily exactly looking like that character. It's just about having fun.
Right. I just came back from Chronicon.
Oh, were there people in costume?
Dude, everybody and their grandmother. Okay. Everybody and their grandmother's grandson living in the basement, all dressed up. There was a lot of Silent Bobs.
But I'll say that again. What's Kevin's costume was just 90s grunge.
It was a lot of yellow J jackets, a lot of green overcoats for Silent Bob. Day 2, they did have a costume contest in which so many costumes from everywhere. We did not see that one, but I saw him walking the halls and stuff. It was interesting. Yeah, cosplay at 30 should be. It's not a young person's game, right?
It's not like you're saying 80. What are you, wrinkled old losers, gonna even dress up as?
Are you gonna cosplay?
Whoa, at this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a crow party. I gotta come dressed as a crow, right?
There is a crow party Saturday afternoonish.
Crow party. Okay, I got you. Put on your favorite Corvid-inspired attire, bring a shiny trinket to trade, and socialize with the flock. Is this a thing? Is this a group that I don't know about? People just associate themselves with crows?
Because, so crows do like shiny things, and they're known for picking up shiny shit.
Same. We call it my goblin horde.
Nice.
At work, because I take things from the cars that belong to us and not to other people. It's not stealing. It's going in the trash, but now it's going in my desk.
Oh, but yeah, there's a what do you do when you find this whole community of crow people?
The people who just like dumb stuff that has no inherent value. I guess I'll have to embrace all of them and just live with them forever, because
get in their Facebook group and
somebody finally understands why I'm I have 10 rosaries from cars in my desk.
So it should be a pretty fun weekend. I'm excited. No Liam this year. He's got wrestling,
Bummer.
so he will not be able to make it.
How dare you have interests in his life that don't involve
I
us?
know. I would like. I think this year we'll have to settle with being the unofficial, official podcast of the TusCon. But next year, I'm hoping for like the official.
We're gonna get blessed. We're gonna be on the pamphlet. Also, Chasing the Whimsy is gonna be there. So please stop by their booth and say hi.
Oh, I even said in the email that I would do a panel if they needed me to.
Dude, we would make the best panel ever.
What would our panel be about?
Oh my god, it can be about anything. Horror movies or writing or fantasy books or scenarios that'll never happen but we've thought too much about. We really could go anywhere.
We can even do like if you want to get into podcasting, like tell your
In
stories,
your own universe.
right? Because we got JJ telling stories. Like, how easy is that? Like, if you meet some people, because like when I was at Chronicon, I met two other podcasters. Too Much Scrolling and Game Over Hangover, two different podcasts. So like there are podcasters out there,
Yeah.
and it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I would love to hear a crow, like the leader of the crow party, like
Dude, our crow podcast. And here's my finds from the puddle yesterday.
absolutely give me 20 minutes of that.
And I'll be like, yeah, a car got traded in and they had so much junk in there. Here's what it is.
And then we can invite other people every week. I think you found your own show. I think we have
Oh my
the
god.
Megan Crow party.
Crow show. Welcome to the Crow Hour.
That would be amazing. And like, if you have to go solo, you talk to Sophie, like, here's the stuff that I found. I'll get you a hand recorder and you're talking to the guys at work and you're like, look what I found.
Hey, I noticed, Blake, that you found something in a car. Please tell us about your crowish story.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Slightly looks like a bigger hotel with a bigger.
Definitely a bigger meeting space.
Yes.
The last one had like limited rooms for panels. Because there was like 2 on like one side and then like 3 on the other. Or like one big one and 2 small ones on the other.
Yes.
It's like 5 spaces total. And then not including the art room and then people selling stuff.
Right.
But this time it seems like there's a lot of like rooms for, and they're even doing things out by the fountain.
Yeah, they're utilizing a lot more of the public space.
Yeah, there could have been some use of like that huge
Well, they
sitting
had
space.
they were doing it for games.
They're doing games this time too.
Yeah, but like they did because they utilized it a little bit, but not as much. That's where they should have set up all the podcast tables,
Well, that's where we set up
That's
our,
where-
podcast,
right?
our podcast table last time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I think the vendors, a lot of the vendors and the artists and the guests are definitely way more on the fantasy sci-fi side.
Yeah.
I do want to buy something this year from the art shows because like there was some cool stuff and we missed all the cool Pokemon
Yes, we
art
did.
on the day one.
Insane.
I know.
But we bought something, didn't we? We bought like a doll for Sophie.
We did from don't tell me there was a Doodle dolls?
Voodoo
Dolls. Yes.
Yeah, and then it was Jack and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes. Those were nice. Hopefully he's back again. He seemed semi-local. I don't know. I'm just making that up now.
Yeah, that stuff's pretty good quality.
It was. They were like super tight on the stitchings and everything.
Oh, and she got wings too.
She did get wings from the fairy ladies. What are you looking to buy? What kind of trinkets are you buying this year?
It's got to be something random looking. I really like the random keychains and stuff that you guys got from that one
That one mystery box.
box. I coveted all those because they were so cool.
Yeah. Oh, I won't do mystery box again because that was kind of a little bit. Well, I think I forget what genre we picked of the box. I think we did anime, or I don't know. I would definitely go specific to one.
Fandom?
Yes,
I
one.
don't know.
Fandom.
I kind of like the randomness of what you guys got.
I don't know.
The surprise of it would just made it worth it.
Right.
And I'm going to definitely take one to the crow party.
Oh, shoot. You're like, hey, guys, here's what I got. I got this random thing in this random box.
I stole this off somebody. Make it worth it. Trade me.
Are you going to bring any trinkets knowing that you're going to go crow party? Or you're going to just find something while you're there?
I mean, I have so many trinkets that I haven't even looked at in forever. I just have them. There's no reason to have them.
Are you okay with partying with them?
Yeah, like I'm gonna get something better. And plus, all my best ones are in a jar that goes in my desk.
Okay, so there's the stash of I'll never give away, sentimental, and then there's stuff that's like cool until it can be replaced or reused.
Yeah, there's a copy of Splatoon 2. It's a game. That's at the bottom of my jar that my valets really want to get out for some reason. And they're like, yeah, we're just gonna steal it one day. You'll never know.
Do they like Splatoon?
I guess.
Uh,
They just think I won't ever notice if anything goes missing, which is probably true.
I am interested. Like, I'm not a reader, but I am interested to see what kind of books I'm looking for. Like, because JJ's a big reader, so I want to see if I can find something different, but still fantasy that you would enjoy, and then have the person sign it, which I think you like.
And he's how old?
Just turned 10.
10. So he's got interesting fantasy open to him
Yes.
now. He's not so mature, but he's not so kiddish.
Right. He's writing right now. He's big into mythology,
Mhm.
so he's writing. He wrote.
We all go through that phase.
Yes. He just sent me 6 pages of Bloodhound, a Norse mythology story he's writing.
Interesting.
So it was a first draft. He made sure you tell me it was a first draft.
I needed you when I was a kid,
Yeah.
because when I was writing that
Right?
as a kid, nobody was interested. They were like, "Okay, yeah, sure, whatever."
Yeah, right.
It's your Norse mythology story.
But for his birthday 2 weeks ago, I got him a couple of other books: Egyptian mythology and Norse mythology, so you can build on the universe a little bit, and see if he can get similar to like Neil Gaiman. He likes to incorporate all the mythologies together.
Right.
So I'm curious to see if he learns about other mythologies, if he tries to slip them all in into one universe.
Or just take inspiration from all of them.
Right.
And
So it is good to see him writing again. But last time I saw him, he's like, Uncle Ben, he's like, I'm not going to podcast right now. I'm busy. And then Nikki rolls her eyes. He's like, I don't know what he's busy with. But
being 10,
Right.
mostly.
But I told him, I'm like, hey man, I'm like, you do you, but just FYI, like, I'm not putting out any more of your stuff until you commit. So
So
he's like,
he just like stalled.
so he was really onto something with Diary of a Cool Kid. He did 4 episodes. He did it in the week. What he's been up to, book review, and then a really fun Q&A, like some questions, and he would just describe his answers and stuff. Like 15, 20 minutes. Super good. And then somehow you just fell off of it, which sucks because there's a kid, Krish. I don't even know if JJ even looked at him. This kid is 9 or 10, and he does 15-minute book reviews.
Right.
And he's so like, and I'm like, JJ could do this. And the kid just won a bunch of awards. He's winning all kinds of podcast awards. I'm like, screw this kid.
Oh my God.
Like right before the Our Podcast Awards, the kid reached out to me and said, good luck. And I'm like, I know he's 9. So I'm like, all right, he's just
Good
being
luck,
nice.
but then you were just quaking in your boots.
I was like, for a minute, I was like, I'm going to stomp this kid. No, his show is solid. Like, it is a solid, decent, like, very fun show. I'm like, JJ, this is your in, man.
When when he knows his audience, 15-minute reviews is
Oh.
as much as you're going to want to give to one book.
What? You don't want hour and 25-minute rambles about God knows what the hell?
No, not until you're like 30 and too old for cosplay, okay?
That's my group. That's so funny. It's going to be exciting. I think it'll be fun. Because we're going to do stuff Friday night, all day Saturday, and then half of Sunday.
Yep, and then drive on back.
So we will probably record Saturday sometime, Saturday night-ish. I don't know, maybe, okay, so similar to what we did with Chronicon, maybe we just sit down for 20 minutes at the end of each night, quick review of each night, and then I'll just put them all together and just put out an hour, 10-minute episode of, because Monday would be the podcast drop. Yeah.
Right.
So we'll just do end of Friday, end of Saturday, and then Sunday, just put, 20 minutes real quick, boom, put it all together.
Yeah, here's the end of the road and going back and all together.
Hopefully, like Joanne and Steve are like, hey, we want you guys to come back next year.
Please come back next year.
Right?
We are our official podcast.
Right? It's funny because they I sent them all of the deets for Chasing the Whimsy. So I'm like, hopefully they don't find all the bad episodes, like all the sad dad episodes. Or
Like, we're family friendly.
yeah, probably an occasional one or two mini Fs here or there. But if they watch any of the Chronicon stuff, that was all fun.
Yeah, that had to be fun. And then if they see any big names on there, it's going to be a good episode. And that's the one they're going to watch, right? Like, oh, Ming Chen. Whoa.
He's a connoisseur, man. Like he's all over the place.
They're
He's
friends with
iconic,
Ming Chen? What?
right? They had Robert Kurtzman,
Yeah. Dude, who was at our
right?
really at our con last year?
Oh, I think it would be fun if we just did a bunch of interviews with, like, I think here are my two like wants for the weekend. Con from the floor, but also like a handful of like 10, 15-minute interviews with different artists and vendors.
Yeah.
And just talk about like, why do you get into making these type of things? And why do you like, where's your inspiration come from writing like steampunk fantasy?
Right. Or vendors, like, how did you get to making zombie dolls from pop culture?
Right.
Like, did you start out with like something completely different, or
Right. Like the candles went bust. And
how did it get like
Oh.
so narrow?
Oh, I missed the joke. The candles went up in flames. Boom.
Oh.
Oh man, I missed it. I'm gonna cut that somehow.
See, literally magic of podcasting. Well, candles. Oh, you're so funny, man. Just cut it together.
I don't have the patience for that. I like to leave them all in. I like the genuine, like, he thinks he's so funny because he missed the joke and then had to go back and retell it.
He got there eventually. That's what they'll say about you. He gets there eventually.
Oh god. Last Monday I had two of the dumbest jokes. Oh, what were they? Kelly, what were the two jokes I had last week on the live stream? Someone in the driver's seat? I don't know. There's two stupid ones. It was so I cracked myself up. What two things do you want to happen at the con?
I want to talk to some interesting people because I feel like we didn't talk to as many people last time.
Mm. Well, to be fair, you did lose like 30 minutes talking to that old guy.
Okay, no, that was the best part of the con. I hope he's there again. He's my favorite dude. I love old people who want to talk to me because I just love talking. But yeah, find that guy and then also just meet other cool people and maybe hear some cool stuff about writing because it's November. It's Nano.
What is that?
National Novel Writing Month.
Okay, so what do we have to do for National Writing Month?
30 days, 50,000 words. It's roughly 1,667 words a day. So just.
And you've done this for how long?
Okay, this is disgusting. I was just realizing this because it's 2024. In 2 years, it's going to be 20 years.
So
18 years.
So you have at least 20 novels written.
Oh, at least though, because I write off season 2.
And you've done nothing with these?
Nothing with them.
Are they all like fully edited or just like decent first drafts?
Decent first drafts. None of them are edited. But yeah, they're all there. Just sitting on my hard drive. Hanging out.
Do you ever go back and look at the first year stuff?
Okay, crazy. Because 2006, I was like, math, 15.
Okay.
So writing was terrible, right?
Right.
So I was looking at my 2006 draft. Then I was like, man, I'm a terrible writer. Maybe I should just quit. Why do I even want to make it to 20 years? But then I kept reading and I kept reading through the years. And I was like, I would find something where it's like, oh, wow, that was really good. And then like the next 5 pages were crap or whatever. But then I'd see something else and I'd be like, that was really good. Or that was an interesting idea. I just wish I had done something different with it. Because there is good stuff in there.
Right.
Maybe not when I was 15. When I was 15, it was terrible. I'm sorry, 15-year-old me.
So TusCon 4 for your 20-year anniversary, we're going to go ahead and put out 20 books.
No, I'm going to
your
go
collection.
I'm going to go underground. I'm going to pretend to be a published author. I'm going to make a fake website for myself. I'm going to be a presenter as an author without ever publishing anything. Don't listen to this, TusCon.
You'd be like, I don't know why you can't find any of my stuff. It's sold out everywhere.
Yeah, it's mostly ebooks. Oh, and when you click the link, it doesn't work. That's crazy. That's something I should work on.
I'll just make covers for them, and then we'll just like
Crazy
make them not
covers.
available.
Crazy, like those like old paperback fantasy covers.
Oh.
Like got like dudes with like rippling biceps and long hair, and they're like, "What is this even about?" Politics.
Judge that book by the cover. Okay, I lied. I think if I want anything out of this, I did find an artist to write me a webcomic.
Okay.
Okay, so her name is Kit. She's fantastic. She's probably like the best artist that I've found on Fiverr. Like real nice, really cared about like the vision.
Right.
Sent me some sketches even before I even put the order in. And she gets it. Like she totally gets what Whimsy's at. She likes the little jokes that I'm making. So she's fantastic. There's an Erin that was on Jay Sarge's podcast, Suggested Articles. I reached out to her and she does some commission work.
Yeah.
And I told her like an idea, like for her specifically, I was like, something gnome, but Sophie gnome. And she totally loved that idea. Like she's all girl power. And she's like fun and whimsical.
Right.
So I threw out a couple of ideas, sent a couple of pictures. I said, here's this kid. Look how cool she is. So she said she was interested. I found another artist who's like an award-winning artist. And she's really busy right now because she's got kids and the holidays and everything else. So she's going to be on soon. But I think I'd like to meet different artists to be like, could you commission a girl gnome hanging out at this con with some wings and fucking whatever else she has, and just like, because I'm looking at things for year 2 art book, and I'm like, I would love to display a bunch of different type of art.
Yeah, looking ahead,
Yes.
looking at different gnomes, different representations.
She's in the kitchen.
I'll get your mom.
There's only so many places. Like my house isn't that big, so. But yes, I think I would like to find a new semi-artist to get some commissioned work done. But yeah, because at the con, everybody's all super nice. Because when we were even at our town Comic-Con,
Right.
there was a bunch of people doing commissioned work like there.
Yep.
So if we get in there Friday, Saturday, let them spend half the night sketching me something up. Oh, it'd be so much fun.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
I need to find. You guys have all the. Kelly.
Yeah.
You have all the books from last year's? No, from our town Comic-Con.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I need to look through there because I want puppets.
You gotta find the puppet person.
I gotta find a puppet person. Whimsy puppets. We're gonna do it.
Little gnomelets.
Heck yeah.
You need to go
All right.
poopy.
This is important stuff, guys.
When I'm done.
That is amazing. That's all I got. But I thought it would be kind of nice to give everybody a heads up of what they can expect. We got some crow party. We got some sexy burlesque.
We got old men talking. I love it.
We're going to find some artists. We're going to talk. We're going to record. I got hand recorders. I got computer. I got the other microphone that we used last week for Halloween. Sounded fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah, it really did. It was not bad at all. So we have all the equipment to look and sound fantastic. Well, I don't know about look because I still don't know how to hold a phone for when I'm live streaming.
Oh, yeah, it's a little difficult to kind of get the angle.
Well, yeah. So, but we're going to wing it.
Do you do it with the front camera? Like this?
That one, when I'm trying to talk to him, and then well, I'm curious on how long that recorded with the mic muted. It shouldn't have been that long because the pop-up didn't adjust.
Our April Fool's episode should just be the whole thing on mute, and at the end you go, "Oh shit,
Whimsy."
Whimsy. After an hour.
But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So everybody, look forward to next Monday for the TusCon51 wrap up.
Yep.
All right, you guys have a good night. Talk to you later. Whimsy.